This is a story how I went from not knowing how to code to not knowing how to code. Enjoy. Okay, what the hell was that? Is what I would have said if I were you. But I'm me, so let me tell you what it is. Few years back, I made this game called Achilles Have Heels. Okay, I wasn't the best at speaking English. And what? Main premise of the game is that you play as Achilles, whose heels are very fragile. You have to navigate through an unknown temple while keeping your legs far away from the ground as you get to the next grassy spot. I wanted it to be a precise platformer. Easy enough, right? Well, you can see how my code wasn't perfect, but I never forgot the idea, and I think now is the time to replicate it at last. The version you saw was actually the one with remastered graphics, where I drew new sprites, but it also was made few years back. The original looked more like this. It had its problems. The main one being the jumping was off, you were floaty, you could jump off walls. It just wasn't that nice to control. Also, you couldn't really see where you are meant to go in the level. There was no indicator, no way to check if there's a platform. You just had to jump and wish for the best. So I've got some work to do. Okay, so here I planned out some things while I was in school. The first thing I want to add definitely is the player to have two states, the head state and the walking state. The walking state will be useful only on the grass. It gives you an advantage because you can double jump while being in the walking state. I think that's pretty cool, but you can only use it if there's grass in the level. And I also plan on adding items where you can only have one item at a time, and the items make the game easier, but also to not make them OP, I want them to have some side effects. Also, I plan on adding all these platforms. Yeah, that's gonna be a bird platform. I've also planned out the particular stages of the game. Also, I plan on adding enemies. So yeah, I think that's all actually. Let's check how I actually coded this stuff. Bye. Okay, so this is the first thing I coded. You can jump, the legs point towards the mouse, but there were some bugs, and after some time I decided to go with the Unity's rigid body because I had problems with coding the collisions. So yeah, here's the improved version. Okay, so I've recreated everything from the ground up. It may look like a step back right now, but it's actually not, because firstly, the longer you hold space, the higher you jump, as you can see. I've did that by decreasing the gravity if the player holds space. Then we got these typical blocks, bricks, which I haven't added textures yet to anything but the player. Yeah, we don't have the legs yet, but that's actually one of the easier parts. This is the trampoline. It just makes you jump when you fall on it. You cannot double jump actually, so that works great. And these platforms are the wooden ones, which pivot around the center. Then you've got again the yellow block. Then you've got the cloud, which when you touch it, it falls down. When you aren't touching it, it floats up, or at least that's what it should be doing. Okay, I don't know why this isn't working, but okay. Everybody has some bad days, okay? It's okay, Cloudy. These are the birds which fly these are the birds which fly around. As you can see, I can jump from one bird to the other. Now I can jump onto the next cloud, which, see, it works normally. I don't know what happened up there. Oh, I fell down. I'm gonna look. I may have to look into this problem if it is more frequent. It's not that easy. Jump from the bird to the bird. Oh shit. Oh my god. This game isn't even finished and it's already pissing me off. Bro, I jumped too early. How am I so bad at my own game? Bro, you've coded it. You did it. Damn. Okay, I already know I'm gonna hate these birds when they are in the game. I'm gonna make them fucking seagulls or something. Bro. And the cloud not working too, it's pissing me off. Okay, oh, perfect. This cloud works like a charm. Let's see if I stand on it for too long. Does it? No. Okay, this actually isn't impossible unless I use a bug, which, oh, yeah, boosts you up in the air. And that's the end of my showcase. There's nothing more to this level, but I just wanted to show you how cool it is already. So yeah. Okay, so I've added some stuff. For example, you can change the state of the player to the looking towards mouse state, where you know you have more control over the legs. I've added the mechanic that when you touch something with your legs, you die. For now, it's just reloading the level, but you know I'm gonna change that later on because now it's just a stand-in mechanic. And later I'm gonna add a death screen and stuff, you know. You can jump around. Oh, you can jump around the blocks. There's the trampoline. There's the wooden blocks which change, which pivot around the point when you stand on them. There's the cloud. I think it looks nice, and you're like in the cloud, not on the cloud, so that's nice. And there's the bird. I think it's so cool. Yeah, you can stand on your legs. You can change the. Oh, and when you change the state to the walking state, you are faster than usual, because you know, I think running on your legs is, or walking on your legs is a little bit faster than crawling on your head, but you know, you do you. Yeah. Now I just have to fix the textures because they are just stand-in textures. I want the game to look better than this. But I'm really proud of the bird texture. Actually, it's one of the textures that I don't think needs that much change. It looks pretty nice. And I have to change the textures, then I have to make the levels and add the items. But because today I'm leaving my city and going to the countryside, I'll leave the rest for future David and leave you waiting for the next video. If you'd like to see more of the game development and play it in the future, then make sure to subscribe. See ya.